members of the committee have approved the idea, I am going ahead with publication of, quote, 24 ordinances, close quote, in the law period. The purpose in doing so is to make the comments available for public information and perhaps political action, period. If you have any objections to this plan, please contact me as soon as possible, period. Sincerely, Dave Case. Okay, send this letter to Williams. Their addresses are in the directory under the Bush Justice Committee section. Dear, after the address, type dear, subject, quote, 24 ordinances, close quote, dear, first name, colon, you, publication of principles of Aboriginal type, the UCLA previously discussed, review, period. Because there could only be one sovereign over the land, Chief Justice Marshall had to choose between the United States, publication, and tribe, in determining which title should take precedence. Information through the Magistrates Advisory Committee of the United States that has the same title as important influential Native organizations are urging that the United States has complete confer land authority to convey limited traditional authority for Alaska Village Councils, period. The original purpose in publishing, quote, was to generate public debate. That fact did not, and hopefully support the idea, period. It was the United States and not the Indian tribe which had the full title and therefore the power to convey the land. Colon, identify space, a single space. All our institutions recognize the absolute title of the crown, subject only to the Indian right of occupancy, and recognize the absolute title of the crown to extinguish that right, period. This is incompatible with an absolute and complete title in the Indians, period. 4 asterisk space in the center of the quote, new paragraph. The British government, which was then our government, and whose rights have passed to the United States, asserted a title to all the lands occupied by the Indians, within the chartered limits of the British colonies, period. It asserted also a limited sovereignty over them, and the exclusive right of extinguishing the title which occupancy gave them. Have been maintained and established as far west as the River Mississippi, by the source, period. The title to a vast portion of the lands we now hold, originates in them, period. It is not for the courts of this country to question the validity of this title, or to sustain one which is incompatible with it, period. Footnote 3. New paragraph, Roman numeral 2, the obligation to protect Aboriginal title. Underline, period, new paragraph, A. Common law, principle, underline, period. A corollary to the principle that only the sovereign can extinguish Aboriginal title, is that he, therefore, has an obligation to protect the Aboriginal possession from invasion by another, period. Colon, new paragraph, indent 5 spaces, single space. However extravagant the pretension of converting the discovery of an inhabited country into conquest may appear, if the principle has been asserted in the first instance, and afterwards sustained, if a country has been acquired and held under it, if the property of the great mass of the community originates